Hey guys, it's Kristen and Kirby and welcome back to our channel. The weather is changing and we can definitely feel it, but did you know that your bearded dragons can feel it too? Right around the fall, winter time, bearded dragons, as well as many other animals and reptiles, feel the weather change. And even if they're in a tank, they can just sense it around them. It's actually pretty cool. Kirby has recently started to feel this change, and because of that, she's been going into brumation in and out. Basically what that means, it's kind of like what you would think hibernation is like. So they basically go into hiding, into their hide, into a cool spot in their tank, and they would either sleep for many days or just kind of stay under there in a really sleepy state for many days. Some bearded dragons will be asleep for a lot of days at a time. Some bearded dragons will be awake but just hiding in the hide for a lot of days at a time. Or like Kirby, she just kind of goes in and out as she pleases. Kirby is about 1 year old, so this is the first time that she and I have really had any experience with her brumating. So since this is our first time dealing with brumation, I've had a lot to learn this season, and a lot of people are also going through the same thing. I've had many questions through my Instagram account about what to do when your bearded dragon is in brumation, and some of those things at first I didn't have the answer to. Everybody has their own little routine about what they do with their bearded dragon during brumation, so I'm gonna show you guys what I do with Kirby while she's been in brumation. So about once or twice a week, I like to do it every 4 days if she's in there for 4 days. I like to take her out and have her bask in the heat for a while. While she's basking in the heat, I like to clean the tank because it kind of got dirty, or even if it's not that dirty, I really like to just disinfect because there could be just lingering dust in there since there hasn't really been much activity. Then after that, after she has been basking for about 30 minutes or so, I go in and take her in the bath just so she can clear out any rotting food or anything that she might have had the day before that she didn't get to poop out before she went to sleep. The easiest way for Kirby to use the bathroom and for me to get Kirby to use the bathroom is to put her in the bathtub. She goes to the bathroom almost every time that she's in water. Since they're not going to be in the heat when they're brumating, it's kind of important that they get all of their system cleared out so that there's no leftover rotting food in their system when they're asleep. In case you didn't know, bearded dragons actually need the heat to digest their food. If you feed your bearded dragon and then they go into brumation not having pooped yet, I would say to wait 24 hours, and if they don't come out, take them out, put them in the bath or any other way that you get your bearded dragon to use the bathroom, and just have them excrete everything from their bowels just to make sure that there's no leftover rotting food in their system when they're not going to be in the heat. So after her bath, if she didn't drink water in the bath, which she seldom does, but your bearded dragon might, but if they don't, what I like to do is I give her water right after this. I use a water dropper to give Kirby water. This is the easiest way to give her water. I've definitely trained her to use this water dropper. She knows what the water looks like. I put a little drop in front of her eye, not in her eye of course, but just have a few droplets fall in front of her eye just so she can see that it's water, and then a bit on her nose, and then she'll pick it up after that. After that, I want to make sure that she wants to be out right now, so I put her back in the heat, and if she stays out for a couple hours, then I go ahead and continue the process. If she goes back into her hide though, then I just leave her there, and maybe a few days later, I start this routine over again. Oh no. What are you doing? If she stays in the heat for a while though, I go ahead and continue the routine, and I start to give her some greens. When I give her these greens, I try to make sure I put either calcium or vitamins on them, whichever one I think she would need at the time, based off of what she had last time. So if a few days ago she had vitamins, I try to give her calcium this time, and vice versa. Usually she would only eat escarole, but she's been kind of turned off from them recently, so I'm starting to use mustard greens now. There's many different ways to get your bearded dragons to eat greens. If you guys want to see a video of me giving Kirby greens in different ways, then let me know in the comments down below. And because she was such a good girl eating her greens, I go ahead and I give her a few super worms or whatever treat you would like to give your bearded dragon. Now to make sure that she digests everything, I put her back in the heat and wait for her to warm up. Sometimes like this time, she stays out for a couple days and then goes back into her hide, or some days she just stays out for a few hours and then goes back into her hide. Once she goes back into her hide, I wait about 3 to 4 days and then I do this process over again, since I did feed her, and once again, I don't want the food sitting in her system like that for a long time if she hasn't pooped. Another thing that I like to do with Kirby is if she is staying out for a few hours and at the end of the day her lights are about to go off, I just like to give her a little cuddle just so I can spend some time with her before she goes back into hiding. Because I do miss her so much whenever she's not around and I can't look at her in her cage all day. She's my baby. My baby, my baby. One thing that I do want to mention is that before Kirby went into brumation, or once I was sensing that she was going into brumation, I did take her to the vet just to make sure that the reason why she was hiding and stuff wasn't because of parasites or something like that, because that could be a possibility. Hiding and also not eating as often is also a symptom of something like parasites or pinworms, so you really want to go and get them a fecal test and just a little checkup just to make sure that it's not anything serious and that it is in fact them adjusting to the weather. I hope you guys found this video a little helpful, especially if you're dealing with brumation for the first time like I was. If you try out this routine with your bearded dragon, let me know in the comments, and also follow me on Instagram, leave a comment, send me a direct message, and I'm sure I will reply. I also do tarot card readings over there if you want to check that out, if that's something that you're interested in. Shoot us a DM and let us know if you tried any of these things in our brumation routine. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!